Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a long time since I posted on this channel. I apologize to those of you who are subscribed to my newsletter. You guys know why I took a break. So if you've seen my community tab, you know the reasons why I decided to take a break from YouTube. I have been really busy with my post-grad studies, so I am writing my dissertation due in a month's time, so that's what I've been working on. I've never really had a break since September of 2020. I had a 2-week Christmas break and a week of Easter break, I think. Yeah, that's why I've been busy. That's what I'm working on. In this video, we are going to talk about social media. In my last video, I talked about 3 lessons I learned since I quit social media, and that was on my 8th month mark of being off of social media. And so I decided in this video I'll share with you guys my experience of being off of social media for a year, and I'm gonna share with you guys 3 more lessons I learned since I quit social media, and I can't believe it has been a year. Okay, so quickly, let's talk about why I quit social media. You guys know that in my first video, I shared with you guys the reason why I quit social media, and I shared that it became an idol in my life. I knew it became an idol in my life because I spent so much time and energy, and I was just so consumed with having this cool, amazing, pretty feed on my Instagram. Because social media consumed my time, energy, and focus, it consumed my thoughts. And then I realized that, man, I was becoming so vain. I focused so much on posting cute photos and relatable IG stories and just showing off my physique because I was into fitness. I still am, although I did gain a bit of weight. Other Christian women posted really cool pics and I wanted to be like them. And then I would cover up my vanity with nice Christian quotes and motivational messages. And because everyone was doing the same thing, I told myself, you know, everyone's doing it. This is okay. I'm not vain. This is normal. Kate, you're doing okay. But no, I was not doing okay. It became an idol. It didn't add value in my life, and it was a big distraction. The first lesson I learned is cultivating relationships is a hard and slow process. In social media, we tend to think, oh, this person liked my photo. Okay, I'm gonna like her photo too. Oh, this gal follows me on Instagram. You know what? I'm gonna follow her too. I know, I'm sure you've heard people saying, oh, we're officially friends on Facebook, or oh, it's so cool that we follow each other on Instagram. I love your Instagram feed. It's amazing. You are amazing. Let's just like each other's photos and have fun on Instagram. Like, are we really friends with our friends on Facebook? And do we actually have a deep connection with the people we follow on Instagram? Like, let's be real here. I don't think we can gain deep relationships, deep friendships when we just connect with people online. The reality is, relationships are so hard. Cultivating deep friendships is a slow process. My relationship with my friends in my church and in my community? You know, am I making an effort to build relationships with them and to actually get to know them personally rather than connecting with them on social media? In a letter, Paul writes to the early church, and he said, "For you were called to freedom, brothers. Only do not use your freedom as an opportunity for the flesh, but through love serve one another." We cannot serve our friends and followers on Instagram when we are consumed with our desire for likes and comments on our posts. And we cannot love our friends on social media unless we get to know them on a deeper level. And we will only get to know people when we make an effort to get to know them on a deeper level through face-to-face conversations. We can only love people when we know them deeply and intimately, and unfortunately it's hard to do that on social media when we put filters on our lives. I learned that in order for me to flourish in my relationships and in my friendships, I need to be patient, I need to be available, I need to be vulnerable and honest. I have to make an effort to reach out to them and hang out with them. I need to be ready to listen and ask questions and be there for them when they need me. I need to be ready to deny my pride in order for me to look to the interests of others and forget about my own selfishness. When we make effort and when we are patient with the relationships we have and embrace the fact that cultivating relationships is a hard and slow process, we will truly learn how to serve and love others, because that's how God designed relationships. Number 2, you can't shortcut growth in holiness and wisdom. We live in a digital age, therefore we live in a constant, instant gratification. We can easily access information online, documentaries, movies, articles, blogs, podcasts, YouTube videos, posts on social media. But growing in knowledge and wisdom and in our holiness is again a slow but hard process. I received so many comments on my YouTube video saying that, oh, I find it so hard to quit social media. I just don't know how to do it. I'm so scared. Even though they know that social media is a big distraction and it is detrimental to their spiritual health and their walk with God. Thomas Watson, a Puritan, once said, "Who will pity a man who complains of soreness and pain in walking, yet does not take the stone out of his shoe?" It is silly to complain why we feel spiritually dry when we don't take the stone out of our shoes. I also learned that growing in knowledge and wisdom in my life is so slow and it is hard work. One of the reasons why I quit social media as well was I did not do very well in my undergraduate degree, and I knew why I didn't hit my goal. And I knew that I was distracted and I needed to rewire my brain to learn how to focus for long periods of time again. And so when I started my master's, I was like, okay, you know, my supervisor was my lecturer in my undergrad, and he was a harsh marker. Like, he was so nice, he was very smiley, but you forget his smiley face when you get your essay mark. And man, I cried. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to just focus on my master's because I really wanted to learn. I wanted to get my focus back, and I wanted to be a better researcher. I wanted to be a better student of theology, a student of God. Just because we can easily access information online doesn't mean that we will grow in our knowledge and in our wisdom easily, because when we just keep drinking and drinking online information and absorbing so many information, like, I'm not complaining. I love the fact that there's so many good stuff out there online that we can easily access. But when we only focus on absorbing, we forget that actually we need to process and reflect what we've just observed. And before we know it, we are left with so little time to actually understand what we've just read and apply it in our lives. Number 3, I learned that social media was not the problem was me. In Romans 7, Paul talks about this law within us Christians, and he said, "So I find it to be a law that when I want to do right, evil lies close at hand. For I delight in the law of God in my inner being, but I see in my members another law, waging war against the law of my mind and making me captive to the law of sin that dwells in my members." I think it's in our nature to actually blame other things and forget to ask questions. Maybe it is me that's the problem here. As Christians, we must remember that we are not perfect. Like, we are not in heaven yet, so we can't expect ourselves to be perfect, to be bulletproof, that we will never sin. Charles Spurgeon said that you can't complain being warm when you sit near the fireplace, and when we feed the desire of being liked by other people and posting photos online to be liked, to be this cool gal, to be this popular girl online, then we are just basically using a tool that feeds our sin. My problem was vanity. My problem was wanting people to have a high view of me. And my vanity led me to use social media to feed my ego. We must also remember that as Christians, although sin is always right there with us, tempting us to act upon it to displease God, we must remember that sin has no longer reign on us. The Spirit in us helps us to overcome sin. Again, let us heed to Charles Spurgeon's warning. To flee from sin is to flee from temptation. So what now? What's next? What if we can change our perspective on social media? What if social media doesn't have to be an idol? What if social media doesn't have to be this thing that doesn't add value in our life? What if social media doesn't have to be a distraction? I know I've said before, I am not going back on social media because there's no turning back, no turning back. But after being off of social media for a year, I have learned my values as a Christian, and I realized that if I care about God's mission, if I care about sharing the gospel to as many people as I can, you know, I can't deny that people are online. I'm not saying that I'm going back to Instagram, because for now I'm saying no, I'm not going back on Instagram, but I am keeping my Facebook. I am going to post on there every now and then because I want to reach this young generation. I want to be where the people are. Quitting social media for a year taught me to use social media with a purpose and with great caution. That's the video for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I miss being regular here on YouTube, and if you do have any video suggestions, please comment them down below. I miss you guys, so please do let me know you're here by commenting down below. And yeah, that's it. Grace and peace be with you. See you in my next video, but for now, much love and God bless. Bye.